Hello guys, and in today's YouTube video we're going to be talking about week... God. Sorry, I'm very tired today. I woke up at like 5 in the morning, and I'm recording this at 7. I'm going to be getting ready for bed soon. I'm going to the gym in the morning, but today we're talking about week 8 of Trials of Osiris, or Season of the Haunted. Now, to start week 8 off, it was pretty rough for me and Denny and Redeemer. We had a really rough first game, but we picked it up, had a nice card after that, and ended up getting 4th. Probably could have got 1st if we played stronger that first game, but we're just not in it that game. But console team did end up getting 1st at 39 minutes and 22 seconds, and we were at 43 minutes and 19. Congrats to them. By the way, you know, I just like to talk about that every week because I think it's something that a lot of people that watch my channel and watch these videos and just watch Trials probably look forward to hearing about and talking about. Because quite frankly, there's not too much in PvP to look forward to. The weekly World's First is like pretty much the only thing I would say right now in PvP pretty consistently that like we have to look forward to, and it's not something that's promoted by, or it's not something that is incentivized in game. Let me not say, I can't say that it's not promoted by Bungie because they don't, I don't know, I just feel like that's not a good way of wording that. And it's not like they, you know, don't like Trials Report or like don't tell people, maybe not tell people, but it's not like they're like blacklisted Trials Report. It's, you know, they work in tandem, I guess. It's something that enhances playing the Destiny experience, I would say. So, but there's currently no incentive in the game to like really go for that. But it is a cool little thing to do if you are, you know, a good player and want to try to get your name up there on that board. And I like to talk about it because, like I said, it's one of the only things currently as a PvP player that I think a lot of us have to look forward to. So, but yeah, we got 4th this week. I think we got 4th the week before that too. Hopefully next week we'll get it. We have, I think, 2 more weeks. As I'm recording this, there is about 15 to 14 days. I think it's like 15 till next season, and I am excited for next season because I'm hoping for a new meta. That's like the one thing I'm hoping for more than anything is a new meta, because honestly, we've kind of had the same meta for quite a bit now, so I'm excited for a change. I don't care what it is. I'm just excited for a change. And I'm hoping that I enjoy it more than what we have currently. By the way, speaking about the meta, let's talk about the weapons for the week. Now, the weapons for the week, number 1 was the Austringer. And I'm not surprised by that. Literally, probably the best hand cannon in the kinetic slot that is legendary in the game. And I would say purely because it has enhanced perks and purely because it's craftable. So those are 2 key aspects, craftable and enhanced perks. It does have a slightly lower aim assist value and recoil than the Isoluna, but Isoluna does not have enhanced perks, and Isoluna is also not craftable. So it's not guaranteed that you will get a god roll of Isoluna, whereas you can pretty much guarantee a god roll on Austringer over a certain period of time. So I'm not surprised at all that that was in the number 1 slot, especially on this map. I feel like if you are a good player, you can definitely use the cover on the map to force good engagements for hand cannons. And just in general, I think hand cannons were number 1. Hand cannon shoddy was number 1 for the week. So we're definitely seeing more and more now this how do I say, situational meta. So like the meta is always the same, right? But it's very much, the weapon meta is very much tailored. I've been saying this for a bit. It's tailored to what the map is, and it's tailored to how the enemy team is playing it. You can kind of use the same loadout on every map, but occasionally when you're playing an enemy team that is playing very far back, you might want to swap it up a little bit. And obviously with a map like Endless Vale, it's a very close to medium range map. There are some long range angles, but a lot of the time it's close to medium range. So you're going to see weapons like the hand cannons and like the Pulse. I mean, I think Pulse was number 1. Or no, Jade Rabbit was number 1, actually, on Equinox. And then it was Pulse. But that's what I'm saying is like the game sandbox is very tailored to using the weapon in its effective range. And, you know, the weapon metas kind of shift based on what the map is, because, and I mean, it was always kind of that way, but I feel like we're seeing that more now, especially. Like, it's like, when it is one map in particular, you can kind of almost predict what weapons people are going to use because of the engagements that you will see on that map, and because of the fact that the weapons are very tuned into their effective range and using them in their effective range, and them being super effective in that effective range. You know, and Austringer was the only hand cannon, legendary one, in the top 10 We had Hawkmoon at the bottom. I'm actually surprised by the Hawkmoon. I'm surprised that I'm not, because I guess Zur sells good rolls, but I figure Ace would be better, but yeah, I don't know. Hawkmoon might have more range. I'm not really too sure about that. The one shot, perhaps the burst potential with Hawkmoon is more what makes it appealing, because you're able to get that Paracosal shot or whatever it's called. I haven't really ever used Hawkmoon, I'm not gonna lie. That's one that I have not used at all. I think if I were to look at my kills on Hawkmoon, it's probably like less than 100, so I don't really have too much experience with that weapon. Oddly enough, I found myself just using Thorn or Palindrome or an Ice Luna or something like that. And I think, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, the player base this weekend has been really, really low, and that has resulted, despite there being no zones or no freelance, that has resulted in a pretty sweaty weekend. I feel like a lot of people have been losing a lot more games this week than they would be normally. I know Monday was really rough. At one point for me personally on Monday, we lost like 4 games in a row. Mind you, it was a pretty tough raffle winner we had, but regardless, you know, even with tough raffle winners, you know, that's just kind of the way it goes. But even with that, you know, never really losing that many games in a row. But we did this time, and I seen that trend with a lot of people. I was watching Lonzo at one point. I've seen Lonzo lose like 5 in a row. You know, I don't know, it happens. And I think one thing that I haven't brought up is that Lord of Wolves is the number 2 weapon for the week, and it's only under Ostringer by, you know, I think at the time I'm looking at it, it's only under it by 18k at the moment, or 28k, which is like, in retrospect, like in the grand scheme of things, that's not that much. Like it's getting up there, and to me that's a good thing. It's kind of putting it more on the radar in terms of like it being an effective weapon. It'd be nice if it was number 1 for that purpose, but it's not number 1. So, but it shows, I think, that more people are becoming acclimated to that weapon and acknowledging that that weapon is really good and kind of probably needs to be toned down. And I don't think a weapon being, you know, number 1, like Ostringer. Is Ostringer overpowered? Is it like ridiculous? It's a good solid hand cannon, but quite frankly, if you're not a good player, it's not something you're going to be able to utilize. And you can make that argument for every gun in the game. Obviously, if you put a weapon in the hand of a good player, you know, they're going to perform better with it and be able to utilize that weapon better just because they're better. You know, it doesn't matter what the weapon is. It's not like one weapon is going to inherently be better in a worse player's hands than it would be in a better player's hands. Sorry, that's just, you know, bogus, obviously, but I think, you know, it being at the top for special weapons, and there honestly isn't many, relatively, there's not many special weapons. There's 3, I think, I'm looking at, or 4, Without Remorse. So a majority of the weapons, Lord of Wolves, Beloved, Main Ingredient, and Without Remorse are the weapons in the top 10 for kills this week, and a majority of the weapons are primary kills. So I don't know, altogether, this was a really interesting week, kind of frustrating at times. I didn't have a bad time. I didn't put on the morality loadout at any point in time. I was a full evil demonic entity that should be hated by everyone because I use weapons in a video game that make people unhappy. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I still am going to be playing tomorrow with Irchilium the 5th of the Primal family and Denny for a little bit for, I think, like when I get back from the gym. But obviously, as this is recorded, it's going to come out at 1 p.m. So I'll have done that and be doing comp when this comes out, but I would have played Trials with him, but ultimately this week, I haven't really played a whole lot this week, personally. Like, I've only done 17 cards as I'm recording this, and this is on Monday. I would have done a lot more cards, though. To be fair, my internet was having issues. That's one thing as well. If you were in my stream today, or yesterday, on the 8th, I tried to stream, and there was 32 crashes that I had, and I called Comcast, and they're having a modem sent out to me in 3 to 5 business days, and a technician at some point as well. Check everything. I hope that fixes it. I have internet issues from time to time, and they haven't really happened in a bit. I really am trying my best to make sure that they are resolved as quickly as possible, because I want to be streaming every day and putting out content for you guys every day as much as I can. So even in these slow times, I don't really want to be taking time off ever if I do not have to. So I'm sorry about the internet issues, and I'll try to have them resolved as quickly as I can. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this week, what you thought of this week. I know some people, I feel like a sentiment that is held with a lot of people is they wish freelance would be in every week. I don't personally agree with that. I feel like that hurts streamers. I'm a streamer. I feel like diluting the player base in any way is not good for the game, but that's just me. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the week, if you didn't enjoy the week, why you didn't, all that stuff. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit the bell below for notifications when new videos come out. I post new videos every day at 1 p.m. EST. So if you don't hit that bell notification and you hear this, you'll know every day at 1 p.m. EST, new video for me. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening with me and the content, please make sure to follow me on Twitter. We hit 10K. I am going to be doing an emblem giveaway on Wednesday. A couple of emblem. I'm going to start, what's the word that I should use? Rolling out emblem giveaways. So I'm going to start one, and then I'm going to do another one after that, because I have quite a few. I'm not exactly sure. I think I have around 9 emblems, 9 or 10. I bought like 3 shirts, 3 Bungie shirts. I love me some Bungie shirts, and pin. So, and as well, by the way, to finish the outro, if you want to watch more content of me, or from me, I do stream on Twitch every day, as well as upload every day. So like I said, trying to pump out as much content as I can, also maintaining my sanity as a human life form. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next one. Peace.